Today we're going to be chatting about the 10 best hacks to live frugally. As if you want to achieve financial freedom just as I do, then you're going to need to increase your income or decrease your expenses. So in today's video, we're going to be chatting about how you can reduce those expenses so that you have more money left over to reinvest so you can achieve that financial freedom sooner. So if you want to learn how to do that, stay tuned. Now, before we jump into the 10 best hacks I have found to live more frugally, I want to mention, make sure you stay around to the end, as number 2 on this list here, I believe, is an absolute game changer where you can not only reduce your expenses, but also create an income generating asset. And if you want to learn what that is, make sure you stay tuned. Other than that, let's just hop on into it. And the 10th thing you can do to live more frugally is to meal prep. Now, I've been meal prepping for the last 5 or 6 years or so, which has included at least my breakfast and lunch and sometimes my dinner as well. And what I have found is this has helped me reduce my money on groceries, as when I meal prep and plan the week before, not only am I able to buy those ingredients in bulk and get a better deal on it, but I reduce those extra trips to the grocery store where maybe you just need to pick up milk, but we all know you don't just pick up milk, you pick up that 5 or 6 extra things that were never on your list. And on top of that, what's also great about meal prep is you have less temptation and less of an urge to eat out or order Uber Eats and just spend way more money than you actually need to for poor quality food. And the final reason I love meal prepping is you just need to take one day out of your week to cook all your food, and then the rest of the week you have no worries or concerns about what you're going to be eating, as you already have it prepared in the fridge, and all you have to do is take it out, throw it in the microwave or throw it in the oven to heat up. Now, this allows me to save time on those busy working days where I may not have enough time or really energy or willpower for that matter to cook a healthy meal. And this is just another way I have found that it can not only reduce my expenses with meal prep, but increase my income, because then I can focus my attention more on income producing activities throughout the week. So if you want to take your frugality to the next level with regards to groceries, the 9th hack on this list here is you can just order your groceries online for pickup. Not only is this an easy way to make sure you get all the ingredients for your meal prep, but it's also a great way to completely eliminate any of those urges of when you do go to the grocery store, like I mentioned, to pick up any of those unneeded things that you're gonna waste your money on or those unhealthy foods. And therefore, throughout the week, not only have you now eliminated those additional expenses that you get for just going inside the grocery store, but you also can start living a healthier lifestyle, which will just give you more energy and allow you to focus better on income producing activities. So the 8th thing you can do to reduce those expenses is improve your negotiation skills. Now, negotiation skills aren't going to be helping with any of those bread and milk expenses that we've just recently chatted about, but they're more for those bigger purchases like that car or the home or any construction work you want to be done. And as a quick general rule of thumb, what I have found is anything over $1,000 at least has a little bit of room to be negotiated on. And if you improve your negotiation skills, you can capitalize on this advantage with these larger ticket purchases, not only saving you money, but you could also possibly increase your income. As if you have a sales job, negotiation sales are just going to help you get more sales. And if you have a salary job, you'll be able to negotiate a higher base salary. This is only going to help you live a more frugal lifestyle and give you more money left over to invest. So you want to make sure you're constantly sharpening this saw, either through books, podcasts, or YouTube videos, to capitalize on this hack here. Now, the next hack you can do is just to have a simple wardrobe. So this one here might work for some and not others, because at the end of the day, if you enjoy and you get happiness out of planning your outfits, then go ahead and continue to do that. But for myself, I don't get much happiness out of planning my outfits, and that's why I'd focus on having simpler clothing, as not only is simpler clothing typically cheaper, as this is just a simple black t-shirt from H&M that costs like 15 bucks, but you'll also reduce the amount of willpower and decision making it takes you to plan out your outfits for the day. So therefore, you can focus that energy on higher leverage tasks like income producing activities. Now, what's also great about these basic or simpler clothings is they'll never go out of style. The white t-shirt, the black crew neck, or jeans have never gone out of style, and therefore you don't have to replace your wardrobe every season when the new designer stuff comes out. Now, what I have found to work best are these black t-shirts. However, you don't have to go to the extreme of wearing the same t-shirt over and over again. Just choose what works best for you and have a simpler clothing line. So the sixth thing you can do is cancel all your unneeded subscriptions. As while they're great when you sign up for that product or service and it helps you save money and get signed up quick and fast, what ends up happening is that little $20 monthly charge we forget about. And therefore, what has happened as they've done a study in the US is that 83% of people grossly underestimate how much they pay a month to subscription charges. The average answer they guessed was $83, where in reality, the average American paid $238 a month towards subscriptions. So that's almost a $150 difference between those two. And that's because that one $20 monthly charge doesn't think about much. But when you get 10 of those charges together, that's now $200 a month. And that really adds up over the course of the year. So make sure you're checking your financial statements at least once a month to ensure you're only paying for those subscription services that you still regularly use. So on the same lines of canceling your subscription, another thing you should be doing is unsubscribing from any of those promotional email lists. Because if you're watching this video here, my guess is your objective is to reduce your expenses, where these email promotional lists are only to do one thing, and that is to drive sales for that business, aka make you spend money, which is the complete opposite of the goal you have here. So what I have found to be really helpful is to, one, unsubscribe from all the promotional emails from my main email. So not only do I get tempted at not going online shopping, but I also don't get all that spam into my inbox. And what I've done instead, as I still do want to capitalize on all those promotions and coupons that do come up, is I've created a separate email that I don't get any notifications to, and I only really log in on every time I want to go purchase something, as then I'm making the conscious decision of, hey, I'm wanting to purchase this item, let me go see if I have any coupons for it, rather than it being, hey, we have a coupon, come buy from us, right? So there's a big difference there of choosing when to purchase versus rather being enticed into purchasing. So if you do end up creating that separate email to capitalize on those promotions and coupons, the next thing you want to do is to change your perspective around sales. Because most people, when they see let's say a 30% off sale, they'll, oh, I'm going to be saving 30%. Where in reality, if you weren't going to ever purchase that item to begin with, you're actually just going to be spending 70%, which isn't saving money, it's spending money. And what you should ask yourself, and what I have found works best for me, is almost like a 1 to 2 day cooling off period where I'll be like, hey, let's hold on for a second here and ask myself, do I really need this item? If that's a yes, then go ahead and make that purchase. But if that's a no, you probably shouldn't be purchasing it, even if it's on sale, as that no shows that it's unneeded and you're trying to save money so that you can put it towards investing. Now, the next thing you can do to increase your frugality is just to track your expenses and finances on a monthly basis. This one here and the final two are probably the ones that have made the biggest impact in my life. And the reason why tracking your finances is so important is so that you can truly understand where you're spending money. As like I said, those small charges of those subscriptions or maybe going out to get Tim's coffee adds up over time. And you want to make sure that if you're going to be enjoying those Tim coffees, you understand how much you're actually willing to spend on that a month, as you'll be surprised at the total numbers it adds up to. And therefore, what works best is at the end of the day, no one's perfect. I still splurge here and there. I still go out and get those Tim's coffees, but you want to make sure you're improving each and every single month. And by tracking your finances on a monthly basis will allow you to have a better understanding of your income and your expenses. So therefore, you can make a best informed decision for the months moving forward so you can continuously reduce your expenses, giving you more money to invest. So now that you save money from reducing all those expenses, one of the things you can invest that in is real estate, which brings me to my second favorite hack you can do to increase your frugality, which is to house hack. And what house hacking is you're gonna buy a single family residence or a multi-family residence, and you're gonna rent out the additional units or rooms and live in one of them. Now, what's great about this is not only will you be reducing your monthly expenses, as you'll have these renters to offset all the mortgage and property tax expenses that you'll have, but you'll also be gaining an asset that it's going to appreciate over time and give you a cash flowing asset once you move out. And what's great about house hacking is anyone could do it. If you want to maybe buy a pre-construction unit and then wait 2 years and then move in and rent out the other 2, let's say, additional rooms, that's one way to house hack. Or if you want a bit more privacy and a bit more room, you can buy a duplex or a triplex and rent out the additional units. Now, this is a whole other subject in itself, and if you want to learn more about how you can house hack from A to Z, check out my video right here going all over those steps. Now, the final thing you can do to live a more frugal lifestyle is continue your education. Now, this one here is not the most glamorous hack, as at the end of the day, it's not going to save you thousands of dollars right away. However, it will easily save you thousands of dollars over the long run if you continue that education and develop that learner's mindset where you're always evolving and leveling up your financial literacy. As when you level that up, not only are you going to increase your income and the skills you've learned, but you're also going to understand which investments you should put your money towards, as well as which money you should not be spending. And this overall will help you better understand how you can develop your own hacks and principles to live a more frugal lifestyle. Now, if you don't know where to start or just want some of my personal recommendations, you can find some great resources right here. These will give you a great solid foundation, and this list will continue to grow for me, and I'll continue to update you along the way. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to not miss out on any one of my future videos where I share more of my learnings around financial literacy, real estate, or personal development in general. And if you've enjoyed this video here and it's helped you live a more frugal lifestyle, make sure to smash the like button, as it truly does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Other than that, I hope you have a great and successful week, and I'll chat with you next week.